Elon Musk wants one thing above all else. He wants you to love him. He wants you to think that he's funny, that he's interesting, that he's a genius, that he's hot, that he can jump really good or whatever. And he's not good at that, actually. He's managed to dupe a lot of people, and all of them are on Twitter. But when you poll the American people, he is, I swear to God, the least popular public figure that Gallup can come up with. And they tried. So they put together this poll. These are the newsmaker favorability ratings. And they put a whole bunch of people on the left, the right, the center that are notable and in the news, from the Pope to Bernie Sanders, Zelensky and Hegseth and Netanyahu. And Musk was the least popular one of all of them. 61% of people had an unfavorable perception. Only 1 in 3 like him. And the thing is, you can come up with some people where they don't really know, they're not sure. No, almost every single person in America has an opinion established about Elon Musk. They know him and they don't like him. And so the thing that's so amazing to me about that, Brett, is like people like him less than Trump. They like him less than Benjamin Netanyahu amidst a genocide. And so like, I'm happy about this on some level. I don't like Elon Musk. I think he's terrible in a lot of different ways. I think he's very dangerous. But I also don't know that this necessarily makes much sense. What do you think? You muted yourself.
What do you mean it doesn't make much sense? Like, how does it not make sense to you?
He's less favorable than Benjamin Netanyahu? I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Just because you're either for Trump or against Trump. And that's what happens. A lot of people were kind of like, I don't know, he's supposed to be this genius guy and I'm against Donald Trump, and they bought Teslas. And now in Los Angeles, those Teslas all have bumper stickers that are be like, but I don't like Elon though. And then people who like Trump like that he teamed up with Elon. It was like this very short-lived bromance. And now at least forward facing, there's been a rift. There's been some reporting about donations from Elon despite all this, because as we've been saying all along, his bottom line is his bottom line, and he just wants tax cuts and government contracts, and he'll keep trying that until he dies or melts. But yeah, if you like Trump and you liked Elon, and then you had to take a side, and that's what happens, and that's how you end up with a 33-61, -28 underwater. Polling, I think.
Yeah. You think it's just that he's one of the few people that draws, like almost every Democrat hates him now, and enough Republicans hate him.
Yeah.
Whereas all these other figures, there's just not enough Republicans that hate Hegseth. There's not enough Democrats that hate AOC or whatever.
That is, yeah, I think that's it. And so when you think about AOCs, like think about what Theo Vaughn said and what all those bro podcasters said. They're like, at least they're trying, man. At least they're trying to do something. Those folks who are like, oh, I was thinking to put Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump on the same ticket, dude. It's like, so to us, that sounds bat bonkers crazy. But to them, they're like, oh, these two people are kind of not in the middle of it, and they're trying. I don't know why they get such a bad rap. And then other people are like, oh, she's pretty.
Is that your Cajun accent coming back?
No, you don't want the Cajun accent.
No, I don't actually.
You know who hates the Cajun accent? This guy right here. Jordan hates it.
Oh my God, Jordan is right there.
Yep,
Jordan,
hates my
one
Cajun
of the most
accent.
Approved of people in America, actually. He was on the poll too.
Everybody loves Jordan here. It's insane. It's threatening to my self-esteem.
He should be like
he is
Elvis
running
there, or a Beatle.
I've only seen him run this fast when the ball's about to go in the water.
Tell him. I don't know what that means.
That's not true.
Tell him his wife says hi. And let me just briefly mention before we end, the 3 people that people are most favorable towards are the Pope, makes sense, who hates the Pope or whatever, Zelensky, so take that, right wingers, and Bernie Sanders. They're the only 3 that are net positive. Again, imagine if we'd made him our candidate. And by the way, Emmanuel Macron is only -1. Evidently, the Candace Owens stuff hasn't hurt him that much. And AOC is next up. So yeah, maybe we try this at some point and just see what happens. Also, RFK Jr. is still 42% favorable. Come on, America, what the hell, man? That dude has been doing everything he can to be like, yeah, you know all those things you've heard about me? Those are totally true, by the way.
You know, though, the thing that you don't get and that I don't get and I have to be reminded of is how little people really do pay attention.
I know his name is Kennedy.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
And that's it. And that's very valuable. And sometimes that lets me sleep at night. And
Yeah.
sometimes that's what keeps me up at night.